Hey guys, great to see you again. Today we're going to start learning about something that everyone likes. Can you guess what it is? Can you think something that everyone likes? It sounds something like this. Exactly. Today we will start learning a little bit about music history and eras. To begin with this lesson, you should know that musicians divide music into time periods or eras. Each era is distinguished by how the music sounds, new instruments that were invented, and the difficulty and talent required from the musician. Today, we will only focus on some of those eras. Number one, first of all, let's see the Baroque. During this period, you would have heard classical musicians playing outdoors, at large parties, or at balls. Only the rich and famous had the opportunity to hear classical music performed, as they were the only people who could afford to pay for it. The Baroque period helped establish opera, concerto, and sonata as a musical genre. During this period, performers and composers began to use more elaborate musical ornamentation. They made changes in musical notation and developed new instrument playing techniques. During this period, the piano hadn't been invented yet, but its early relative, the harpsichord, was utilized very often. Famous composers from this period include Johann Sebastian Bach, Vivaldi, and Pachelbel. Let's listen a little bit of that beautiful music. Number two, Classic Era. During the classical period, composers began to experiment for the first time with dynamics. Dynamics is the term musicians used to describe playing both soft and loud in one piece of music. To enhance this new experiment, the harpsichord evolved into an instrument known as the pianoforte, an Italian term that means soft loud. In this period, the woodwind section had instruments that were soprano, alto, tenor, and bass in tone. Just like a choir, instrument sections needed a variety of voices to make a complete sound. Popular composers from this period include Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, and Franz Schubert. Let's have a taste of this amazing period. Number three, romantic. The romantic period doesn't mean the same thing as a romantic movie. So, romantic music doesn't mean that they are focused on love. It means that romantic composers focused on dynamic, exciting, and expressive forms of music. During this period, the size of the orchestra grew as we saw the invention of the flute. We also saw the invention of brass instruments, including the trumpet and the trombone. As the size of the orchestra grew, composers increased the number of instruments that they could place in their music and were able to create the exciting and dramatic music from the Romantic period. Some famous composers from the Romantic period include Berlioz, Chopin, Wagner, and Strauss. Let's hear a little bit and tell me if you can hear the difference. Okay, do you want to know more about music evolution? Let's travel together through this amazing history. Bye bye!